I'm back, my name is Zane. Today we'll be having a look at Astar. So we're going to go for a full in-depth review of this token. We'll also take a look at the price, go for a price analysis and price prediction. It's doing really well at the moment at 29 cents, almost 30 cents per coin. It's really impressive. And the circulating supply isn't small by any means. It's 2.4 billion and the max supply is 7.1, almost 7.2 billion in fact. So with such a large circulating supply, it's really impressive to see that this crypto can increase its value by over 27% in a matter of less than a week. That's actually quite impressive in my opinion. So we're also going to assess if this crypto has a 10x potential, possibly even a 5x potential if we're being more modest. But it is highly ranked at 121 in the world of all cryptocurrencies. So that's rather impressive. That's with a market cap actually of 731 million. It's not an understatement. And with a 24 hours trading period of 313 million. We'll also take a look at the recent announcement within the ecosystem, within the blog, such as the roadmap. We definitely have to go through the roadmap because that will tell us what they have planned for the rest of this year, for the next 3 months, and so on. Now, let me just say that this video is obviously not financial advice, strictly for educational purposes. Now, let's get this thing started. So what exactly is Astar Network or Astar Network? Pretty sure I'm not pronouncing it properly. I do apologize. It's a scalable and interoperable infrastructure for Web 3.0. So since Astar Network is built with Parity's substrate framework, it can be a future Polkadot parachain that also acts as a scalable smart contracts platform. Now, the Polkadot relay chain is designed, does not support any smart contracts. This allows Astar the opportunity to fill in this gap. How important is that? Like I said, let me repeat that for a moment. It's important. The Polkadot relay chain, by design, it does not support any smart contracts. So there's a gap in the market and that gap needs to be filled. Here comes along Astar or Astar. They're able to fill this gap, which is really important. So scalability is obviously one of the most crucial demands of dApp development. Ideally, the developer can build whatever applications on Astar Network without having to consider its scalability. How incredible is that? That's exactly what we want to know. Another important thing to understand is that it's also an open source platform. It's an open source project and there's a lot of opportunity to get involved as a developer. And this is what I like. I love platforms that allows developers to build almost whatever they want. That's honestly what I love to see. And I like that Astar is taking a big step into this. Now, essentially, the Astar mission is to provide a scalable, interoperable, and decentralized application platform and realize the new form of Web 3.0. Now, the traditional social structure allows people with authority to monopolize information. And the history has proven that these people will bend the rules to their benefit. So if people claim that their system is fair, it still lacks transparency, proving that everything is still conceived upon pillars of sand called trust. Everything is built on trust, right? That's important. But in contrast, this blockchain provides a decentralized system that does not require a single point of failure and makes a transaction trustless system. This is possible because blockchain is a system that allows anyone to view, prove, and host with highly fault-tolerant consensus mechanism. In other words, it's quite difficult to fool people if everyone is watching what you're doing, quite literally. That's why Bitcoin is so incredibly safe. You cannot create fraud on the Bitcoin platform or Bitcoin network simply because everyone is viewing said network. How are you going to create falsified information if you need everyone's approval to confirm that you're correct or not? So this is how incredibly useful blockchain technology is being adopted. So for end users to utilize the blockchain protocol strength, there must be an application that provides an interface to them. Applications that works on top of blockchains are referred to as decentralized applications, also known as dApps. So there are countless dApp develops in the forms of smart contracts and chain codes that are deployed on a blockchain, so providing utility for various people. However, due to the decentralized nature of dApps, the processing speed is far from fast. Some features are implemented on Astar Network that is accessible from the links below to solve this. So there you have it, ladies and gents, a quick introduction to Astar. Now, I'm very fascinated with the growth of the currency, to be honest, if you can call it a currency. Let's just call it a coin. So like I said, it's doing really well right now. It's getting incredibly close to 30 cents. And let me reframe. It's actually been above 30 cents in the last 24 hours. It was as high as 31 cents, in fact, almost 32 cents. So that was significant and that was important to see. Now, the last 14 days, you can see for yourself on this chart that it's been on an absolute growth trajectory. At the end of March, it was as low as 11 cents per coin, but gradually it's just grown tremendously to as high as 31 cents. But even more impressive is that for the later parts of March, it was actually consolidating quite heavily. Just around 10 cents and 11 cents was just consolidating around that price. But since then, the price has just been in an absolute rocket ship since the end of March, actually. So since within the last 2 weeks, the price has just been going absolutely incredibly high, which is exactly what we like to see. It's exactly what we like to see. The question is, can it continue this growth? I do still think that there will be a correction. There was a correction. And this was on the 2nd of April. There's a correction in the price from 27 cents and it went as low as 20 cents. But the incredible thing is that it turned this around. Not too long after that, maybe a week after that, the price went to 23 cents and now onto 31 cents to where it was just a few hours ago, maybe 5 hours ago in the last day. So it's proven that it can go for a correction and it's even more valuable than people assume it is. So it could possibly go to as high as 40 cents and possibly even 50 cents in the next few months, possibly in the next few weeks. But you can clearly see that there's been a lot more volume that there's been invested within this coin. The 24 hours volume used to be averaging just around 5 million in the consolidating period, maybe around 6 million sometimes. It's 306 million in a given 24 hours trading volume. Yeah, that's incredible. And it's no longer underrated. It's now being looked upon as a realistic competitor in the DeFi market. But what are some of the use cases for the token, right? So it's a utility token. So naturally it can be used for transaction fees, on-chain governance. It's great. Those are the fundamentals, but staking as well. Holders can stake their tokens on dApps as well as network. By doing so, the stakers can earn extra ASTR tokens for free. And the ASTR token is the utility token itself. It's the Astar utility token. Layer 2 application developers can make a deposit under Layer 1 smart contracts and create Layer 2 applications. Now, it wasn't too long ago that they had a monthly update, and this was towards the end of March. This was quite significant, and I believe they just announced a few big numbers that just increases its value. They also disclosed a 22 million fundraise led by Polychain 1 month ago, and Coinbase Ventures joined their strategic round. A very exciting, backed by major tier 1 exchange and industry. How incredible is that? So it's no surprise that the ecosystem is pouncing. So this is a diagram that showcased the ecosystem DeFi projects. These are the projects that are currently active, all the projects that are building on the Astar Network. This is quite incredible, and it's a nice imaging as well. And these are some of the applications within the ecosystem in the last 2 weeks alone. Like I said, this was announced towards the end. That was around the 23rd. It took a while before the news actually had a full effect on the crypto. Naturally, that's quite obvious because people usually don't realize immediately, because it's not a top crypto yet, but it's gaining a lot of popularity in the space. They also announced is celebrating 1 billion Astar TVL. So TVL is often regarded as the most important KPI for blockchains and dApps. For Astar, TVL represents the total token value that has been staked on Astar blockchain. And on the dApps that are built on the Astar network, the strength of a blockchain TVL speaks to its financial health and is a proxy for general investors' confidence in the long-term prospects of a project. Yes, $1 billion US. So no wonder why their price have been skyrocketing. Obviously, their market cap is far from 1 billion, but the money that's being invested crossed 1 billion. How incredible is that? Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Astar season is coming. These are the applications that are being built upon. These are some of the developments. These are what's in development. These are some of the core infrastructures. This is quite exciting, and they go in and they list them throughout, like Alnair Finance, that is a financial yield platform. Astar DAO is the third project incubated by the Astar Incubator Program. Astar Farm is a DeFi and GameFi dApp developed on dApp staking of Astar Network. This is quite fascinating, and this is great to see. They're in rapid development and they have a game. Sorius Finance, Starbank, the list goes on. It's absolutely incredible to see that there's just great development that's happening on their network. Now let's finish this up with a quick roadmap introduction. So in Q2 this year, they want to add ArthSwap to Astar Portal, improve Astar Portal performance, learning hub for dApp development, XCM client library, dApp staking performance metrics, new Astar homepage, public endpoints cluster, on-chain governance palette, XVM protocol demo with EVM. The list goes on. They've got huge plans for Q2, but they've got even bigger plans for Q3 and Q4. And we can talk about this in another video. If you do enjoy this video and you want to hear more about these things, leave a like and leave a comment and let me know to make another video. But I hope you've enjoyed this video. It's clear to me that this crypto is definitely within the 5 to 10x regards. It's definitely got the potential, and it's definitely been developing rapidly to meet that demand, to meet my expectations. So thank you for watching. Subscribe to see more. Leave a like, leave a comment, and I will see you in my next video.